As always, as you can see, my little den here is a mess, but kind of between winter and spring right now here in Iowa, and they're trying to pull things together, and our whole house is kind of a mess right now between winter and spring. So I just wanted to take a moment and share some things with you, as if I haven't shared enough already in the past. Anyway, ankle wise, I'm doing great. I'm walking, I'm not running by any means, but I'm doing really well. I have to use my cane all the time. I do have a very difficult time going out and being around people. It's agoraphobia, and it's not bad, but it's just bad enough. And so I'm dealing with that. And also, I'm dealing with some uh, pretty bad neurological issues right now. And as you can see, this is my norm. Sometimes it's even worse. So I'll try to keep that out of the way. Um, anyway, I'll be going to a neurologist very soon, hopefully in June, maybe sooner. And we'll see what happens from there. They've got some speculations, and I'm not going to go into it because both are bad for me. So, anyway, first of all, I wanted to talk about some things. And the governor here in Iowa just closed all the casinos. So now all of the senior oxygen wearing, chain smoking folks who normally spend all their money will be forced to save their money or gamble online. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing, honestly. Um, Schools, it's been heavily recommended that they should think about canceling all classes until for at least 4 weeks. So I'm sure the kids will be happy for a little bit, but then when you're in school in July, probably not so much. And I know moms and dads right now are having some issues if this actually happens. I do know the situation is much worse in our home state of Illinois. Um, my son, my son's job they've shut down for at least 2 weeks. So he'll be paid, but like anything else, there's kind of a limit on that. So my brother's an over-the-road driver. He's got some things going on that are not good, and he's about to be a new father again. So we're kind of waiting for the good news about our new niece. So a couple of things pertaining to my life. The Dayton Ham Convention was canceled yesterday, and that's a pretty big deal. There are normally about 30,000 hams, not only from the U.S. but worldwide, that come in for this ham fest, for this meeting every year. It's a week-long informational and celebrational, not in a bad way, thing for ham radio. Huge flea markets. The manufacturers get to show off their brand new shiny radios and things. And frankly, I was really looking forward to it. Looking forward to a lot of things. We were supposed to go to Miami at the end of April for a conference for my wife. And, it would have been the perfect setting. I could be alone on a beach at our hotel, and I could fly my Mavic Air. Now, not so much. And we were going to take another week or so after the conference and go down into the Keys. And I've never been that far south as far as Miami and the Keys. The furthest south I've been in Florida is West Palm. So, and that was really beautiful too. The beaches were just to die for. So, far better than Daytona. But yeah. So yeah, I'm dealing also with some allergy issues, and I'll tell you what, people look at you when you cough these days. So yeah, do I think that things are getting blown out of this is just getting crazy. I'll leave it at that. I went to Walmart today after I had breakfast, and um, just to try to pick up a thing of toilet paper of all things. You know, we're not hoarders by any means. And I literally walked into the aisle, and this poor lady was walking up the aisle with a whole pallet, like 7 feet tall, full of toilet paper. And people, I, I had just walked into the aisle. I was like right behind this one guy, and who was at the front of what turned into a very long line, and people were just going nuts. And I looked at the poor lady, and she looked at me like, "How many do you want?" I was like, "One." And she just kind of looked at me for a second. I was like, "Yeah, just one." And she was like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, really." So we got our normal 18 rolls of TP, and we're set. Plus, I had bananas, so I'm okay now. We need to pick up a few more things, but we'll get those at Sam's. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with the toilet paper issue of all things. So, um, so yeah, this coronavirus stuff. Um, we have 30-something millennials, and for a while they were making fun and saying how blown out of proportion things are, and now not so much. Our daughters both have kids, and they are both medical people. We have an RN in Southern Illinois, and we have a health services um, daughter here in Iowa, and she now is in charge largely of medical records. And my wife has been working nonstop for the last 2.5 or so weeks, and I do mean nonstop, early morning to late at night, weekends as well. I literally saw her Friday night for a couple of hours, and Saturday and Sunday I hardly saw her. Last night, Sunday, she didn't come home until after 10 p.m. after going to work at 9 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately, she is a salaried employee, so she does not get compensated financially for it, or she doesn't get comp time for it. And it goes with the job, unfortunately, but it's still frustrating for me and for her, because we can't do the things that we want to do, that we enjoy doing. Um, yeah. So what do I think? I think the things are bad, and I think they're getting worse. Um, our McDonald's here is already, nobody touches cups except workers. They hand them to you again. That number thing they have for your orders. Sorry. Um, Allergies already here in Iowa. Um, they're not using trays. They literally put your food in a bag, whether it's to go or you're going to sit down in the lobby. And I was speaking with one of the shift managers. They're actually thinking about closing the lobby. So it's a little serious, a little more than we thought it would be. But I think the thing I really want to say is, and I know no one's watching this right now, and nobody needs to. If you want to see it later, you'll be able to see it. But we're forgetting something very, very important. And I, as a 57-year-old white guy, first of all, I'm like the typical ham radio operator. I hate to say that, but there's not lots and lots of young guys coming into the hobby these days. So, having us all together in Dayton, all it takes is one person to be sick with this, and right there you have the potential of affecting and infecting a great mass of people. Some of them much older, and going back to their homes, and a chain reaction just occurs from there. And we're already seeing chain reactions in Washington State and Illinois and California, New York, and things are slowly escalating here in Iowa and a great many other places, unless, of course, you want to move to West Virginia at this point. As of last night, they still had no diagnosed cases, so that would be ideal. If I won the lottery, I guess I could move to Hawaii or buy my own desert island, which honestly would be my choice, so I wouldn't have to deal with any people. Point is, this is what we make it and what we choose to make it. Hopefully this will be like the flu from here out, and as the weather gets warmer and warmer, this will diminish and hopefully fall by the wayside. And the way the memory of the average person is these days, and the way our news is, if it's not affecting someone, they'll move on to the next story, the next hurricane, the next tornado. I mean, I know that sounds bad, but they will. Think about how long they spend on a hurricane, or how long they spend on tornado damage. It's gone in a moment, and out of the public eye, no one thinks about it. And we do need to think about those things, and we do need to be aware of things, not only while it's happening, but after the fact, because people are suffering, and they shouldn't suffer, and we need to remember that they are, and help them in any way we can. So I don't care what your political views are. I know what my views are, and I'm good with that. And I'm watching this political season unfold with a great amount of interest. And hopefully things will get better soon. Not worse, but I have a feeling it is going to get a lot worse, at least in our country, before it gets better. I mean, we've probably had a lot of undiagnosed cases already. People just had a simple cold, or so they thought. And also older folks are getting ill, and some, unfortunately, are dying, as is evidenced in the nursing home in Washington and elsewhere in the country. But the point I would make to my small audience is, don't panic. Don't go buy 100 packages of 18 rolls of super large toilet paper. My gosh, when I was trying to get out of the aisle in Walmart, there was the woman behind me had 2 carts each with 12 packages of 24 of bottled water. That's crazy. What it is it's stupid. And if you're going to do that, think about A, how you look, and B, the message you're sending to the people around you. People need to be calm and people need to relax. Like anything else, this will pass. It will. It has to. I don't care what your religious beliefs are or affiliations are. You know, you should obviously pray about this. You know, we are. And you should obviously take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Don't do what I just did and touch your face all the time. I'm home in my mess, and I know we're good here. So I know I'm safe here. And I also know that, I mean, honestly, I'm having a really hard time right now with this. And I speak to you not from a standpoint of, oh, ha, ha, he. I speak from a standpoint of, you know, I do deal with some pretty significant issues in my life. And I just, do I want it to go away? Yeah, I do. I do. And I hope that all of us will think about what we're doing and how we're doing it, and think about what we're saying to children, and more importantly, our actions speak so much louder than our words. So remember that, and remember to, I mean, this is going to change some things forever. It will. But remember to, we need to show compassion and love above all else, period. We need to stop thinking me, and go back to us. Because when we are us, we're stronger and we're better. And I'll stay in my home, and I won't really go anywhere, and I'll attempt to be safe and hope for the best. So thanks for anybody that watches after I've been rambling. And you can see over here, my wife got these for me. They were my pawn shop treasures recently. And yeah, I'm a Star Trek geek, so proud to say it. And I've also gotten a whole bunch more Superman things. Thank you to my son. And you know, my life ain't perfect by any means, but I'm enjoying my life as it is. And we're just not going to think negative things and bad things. So everybody, I love you. Everybody that sees this video for the first time, I'm not a raving maniac. I'm a maniac, but I'm not a raving maniac. Just have fun, enjoy yourself, help your fellow person, and don't forget who we are, who we've been, and who we want to be in the future. It's kind of important, you know. So I'll say 73, and for anyone who knows what that means, it's ham radio lingo for have a great day and goodbye.